Today we've got HMO tour, which I'm putting on, so we've got property investors, developers coming down, people that do similar projects to us, people that want to learn from us. The plan is that, I actually don't know how many people are coming down. It could be, well, there's 3 people here already, so it could be 10, it could be 100. I've just put it out there to see who comes out. But ultimately, we're going to go on a tour of 3 HMO developments we've got locally. One that we've just actually completed on it today, so it's at the early stages. We've got floor plans for that already, so people can take a look. Another one that's at about a 14-week stage, which is probably about halfway through sort of construction, so people can see that. And then also one that we just recently completed, so you can see the HMOs at all different points in that sort of construction process. So that's what we're doing. Hopefully it's going to be a good day with tons of value, and yeah, hopefully people enjoy it. Is there any pressure, anything,
Oh, bloody missed it all. No.
So you've not missed a lot.
This property, and like, how do you like diverse like the floor plan and get it to work to be a 7-bed?
Yeah, the architect follow the plans, strip it down to the bare bones, rip out and then just start forming.
Yeah, so obviously before we complete, we'll always get the architect round during obviously getting it under offer and then completion, and we'll do our floor plans. So before we complete, we'll know what we're going into.
Yeah.
So we'll have an idea. We sort of throw around the floor plan. We'll move it on. Move it on swing. Actually, that doesn't work there. We also do build reg drawings prior to completion. So literally, as we complete, we can literally start the next day, and sort of we know what we're doing.
Do you all sit there and meet on site, or do you do it separately? You'll go with the architect, or do you all congregate together and then say, well, this is going to work, that's going to work, from your experience as well?
I sort of manage that side of it, don't I?
Yeah.
I'll just get the floor plan how I want it, and then I'll present it to Luke, and he just sort of almost like runs with it with the team.
Yeah, things don't work. I mean, sockets we're being super vigilant about, aren't we? Where
the sockets are a nightmare, because on a plan you look at it, but then once you've done it, you look where the bed goes, you think that socket's got to go there.
Yeah.
So we're still improving in that regard.
Most of the stuff's on 110 soil pipe, and it looks like it's all on 110. You've got no standard flows or anything like that.
There's a big void under this.
Yeah,
this house. Yeah, so a lot of the waste just run in and just run out, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time you can go, because obviously you've got the drop ceilings, the MF, you can go within that. Void. So you can go from the one side to the other, because it's only a 1 in 4 fault.
Yeah, so what we drop in is probably
about 200 mil, about 200 mil.
Right across.
Yeah, like all of this is all drops. You can see it. I mean, there's a hole there. When you go back in, you will see, and that's all got 100 mil insulation above for sound.
Yeah.
And obviously it creates a sound barrier because it's drop ceiling as well.
Check out my YouTube video though. You'll
yeah, it's all on there.
On that.
Yeah. Obviously, you go in, you finish, or you'll see later on. But you've got your is that 18 mil ply you got down there? 12 mil ply.
Yeah.
Is that just for insulation, or is that for luxury vinyl tile going down? Right, okay, yeah.
It's also for fire. They do like another layer over the top for seal any joints. So
you double win then, really.
Yeah, and I mean the LVT goes over anything, and because they're old floors, if you've got something loose, then at least going over that just kind of makes it all one.
Do you wet screen down on that, or do you just go straight on?
No, we'll just LVT. On some joints,
On it out.
that cement. Cement joint it, but really we're getting it neat enough that we just LVT straight over the top.
Yeah,
which LVT is quite new that we're into, but it's so quick, much cheaper. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
And this one here, this particular development, is this more like service accommodation you're looking for, or is it this is going to be?
We don't do service accommodation.
Yeah,
just be standard like AST 6-12 month HMO.
Awesome. So have you spoken about the planning at all? Yeah.
Yeah. So this house. it was converted to a C4, so HMO up to 6 bedrooms in 2018. But I think that the investor then sold the house, and it was just a single guy living here, but it was still recognised as C4. So obviously in that process in getting planning, we only had to go from C4, like the full application to go from 6 bed to 7 bed, which we got approved a couple of weeks ago. So.
Did you have any conditions or anything that you had to meet, or was it all just?
There was one condition. So if you've got a window on the side here, I think the planning officer was concerned about the overlooking element.
Yeah.
And basically, what they said was, obviously our window, which is obviously half, it's like half, so it's obviously a bottom opener. They just basically said do like a satin or like an obscure glass up to like 1.5 in height. And that was the only condition. So.
I know you're gonna.
How many properties do you offer on them and your architect says it won't work?
In terms of.
You make the offer and it's agreed, and then the architect comes and says, no, we can't make the tenants into HMO.
Yeah, you put out.
Yeah, no, but like,
Yeah, but
small
I mean,
percentage or?
yeah, I mean, we always go 7 beds and above. We don't do anything up to 6 beds because we rely on the commercial valuation. So we're always sui generous, 7 bed plus. I mean, obviously York Road's 8, Old Southend Road's 8. This is 7. Kilworth can be a 9. With the basement.
You can see it, can't you? You can walk around, because we've done a few now. You can walk around and you go, yeah, that'll work.
The houses are very similar. It's that like deep Victorian house. And a few people have asked, well, why didn't you go up in the loft? I think the ceiling, the roof height was about 2.3.
Yeah.
So we would have to have reduced, like dropped all of the joists on the middle floor, and it just would have been aggravation. But we could get 7.
The building cost before we buy or after you buy? Or how much it's going to cost?
Before we buy,
Yeah.
Yes. You know, it's just from experience now. We know roughly where we would get to. So our build cost on this is probably about 130 grand. Could be a little bit less, probably 120, something like that. Yeah.
I'm too busy, mate.
So just under 20 grand, or something like that, is it?
Pretty much all I know. There's the diff up there, but all of yours tend to have en suites and obviously slightly more high end, aren't they? So
Yeah, so we always do a bedroom with an ensuite. So this is obviously 7 bedroom all ensuite. One is a little bit off suitey, but Kilworth is 7 bedrooms, 7 ensuites, 2 off suites. Yeah, and Old Southend Road is 8. Well, yes, 7 ensuite, 1 off suite. So.
Yeah, but the one that's an off suite, they'll have the same keypad alarm, so only they
Yeah,
get
so you
to
just got
use
to walk
it.
there to get to the.
Yeah.
Was there a reason why you couldn't put it as an ensuite?
It makes sense to have the off suite because if there's any issues with any of the en suites, it makes sense that the tenants can use that. Yeah, so.
How tight do you go on a square meterage for a double room? What's your limit?
It's like 8 point. I should know that 8.6 something like that. It's a sort of minimum, yeah. We never really go anything smaller than like high 8s. Yeah, we never do single rooms like 6.4s.
So when someone stay here, will they park or how does the council approve it, etc.?
It will be a bike store. The bike store will be the store. But obviously it's close to transport. You've got the bus station. Obviously, it's about 5-minute walk to the train station. So yeah, it's not concerning us. It's all permit around here. That's why we parked in the car park. It's all permits around here. So
Every couple of months ago, I got a fine literally 7 minutes after. I was like, great, yeah.
Who does your financing at the back end, sort of the commercial valuation and that? Is it, who do you use?
For all of the loans we use like commercial acceptances as the lender. Bowens, I think it is. Is it Bowens?
What's this?
No, for the surveyor. Yeah, surveyor. But on the refinance, just whoever's available, Land Bay, Paragon, Fleet, whoever. I mean, obviously there's commercial brokers here if you want to bounce off of those. Obviously, Chris, this in the white shirt, Bridgemore Capital. It's with those guys.
Okay.
What's your final commercial value on this once it's finished and done? 7 beds.
Probably 650.
Right.
Yeah, that's what commercial acceptances are lending to us based on 650.
Let's just calculate your rental income per month.
Yes, I think the way that they worked it out, I think they allowed 700. I think it's 7 or 750 as an average room rent per month. Obviously, over the course of the year, I think they take an allowance off their cost, which must have been about 20%, and then they give you like a 7.5% yield. which then works out circa 650.
How much? Bought the property for?
Yeah, pre-auction. So. Yeah, so the idea is to get all the money back out and keep going, but or leave as little in as possible.
Will they give you an exit strategy as well with the same company?
I have spoken to them about that, but commercial acceptances on their longer term products aren't that sexy. I think they're like 3% over base. And the stress tests are just crazy as well. Like, you just wouldn't get 75% loan to value, so you'd leave too much money in.
Yeah. Because obviously some of the lenders, don't they give you that exit product as long as you take their development
Yeah,
as
and
well.
I have spoken about it because it makes sense. I've got the valuation already. If I could just do the work and then refinance out, it'd be perfect, but they just don't do it yet. So.
Yeah.
How often do they turn around with the tenants? Are they in and out a lot, or do they stay for quite a while, or how often is it like the room's down for and up for? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is a HMO, so you do get a high churn, but I mean, we tend to do like 12-month ASTs and then.
So it's not like they don't come in for like a couple of weeks. You got to find
No.
and then you got to like go in and clean it every couple of like.
No, and tidy up. No, literally, yeah, minimum 6 months.
And what kind of state do they leave it in? Because obviously you've got to come in and they've like kind of ruined the place a little bit. You go.
Yeah,
you-
well, they're never going to look
No.
after it like you will, but you know, that's why we've employed like a maintenance team now to do like the turnovers of the rooms and stuff like that. So yeah,
It's only be a room and not the whole house. Is it?
yeah. Yeah, because my wife said that. She says, like, what if they nick the TV? But like, a 30-inch TV now is only like 130 quid.
Yeah.
So like, there's only so much damage they can do. I mean, they're going to pay like a 5-week deposit or something, which would be probably like 800 quid or whatever. So probably be able to replace the room for that. So as long as they don't take the communal TV as well.
That's key as well with the bathrooms in the bedroom, because it gives that ownership, doesn't it? You know,
Yeah.
who's damaged that, who's not
Yeah.
you know, dealing with that room properly or
The thing
whatever.
is,
So.
I think someone said that to me about like the issues you get with HMOs, but
Yeah.
I guess it's the sort of the price you pay for the additional yield.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have it all your own way. You know, you get good yields, so
Yeah.
you've got to take on a bit more of the hassle as well. So
Sure.
Obviously, your finish being kind of more sort of mid to high end. I assume you're going for more sort of working professional. So do you actually have any sort of toe rags or any people who do sort of, or is it?
we've got one with the NHS, which you would have seen me document on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share. Yeah, so you get a higher churn there. I mean, they're 3-month contracts, overseas doctors and nurses, but they're no hassle. But
How does that one set up on that? Do they look after everything same as what social housing does?
yeah, they look after everything.
Which
Yeah.
is different. They obviously give you a slightly less rent and stuff per
Yeah.
basis still.
Yeah, really low compared to what rents are now,
Really?
which is
So you wouldn't recommend doing that obviously anymore?
I'm not doing that anymore. Obviously we just announced like a new
of course.
kind of living brand, which that's the direction that we're going in. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't do like supported living or go NHS contracts. You know, we're going to do like working professionals, maybe a bit of student high end sort of stuff.
Is HMOs your sole focus now? They've done sort of commercial conversions. I know you've got development and stuff. So
At the moment,
yeah.
because it's what the team's built up for. I mean, I've got that new build site, which, if anything, I'd like to sell the land or do a JV, so I don't sort of take my eye off what we've got going on here. But it's what we know, isn't it? It's like water for ducks back, really, in terms of like sewage and its HMOs. But who knows? It's just, I think what's nice is that sort of experience.
Yeah.
So they don't write anything off really, but just keep improving.
soon on the YouTube. That was came out really nice. It was a really nice finish. So I wasn't sure if you were doing a little bit of everything or like because what's your sort of aim now? Is it 100 beds locally or something? Isn't it 100 rooms locally?
Yeah, I'd like to get to that and then see, and then we'll push to 1,000 maybe. Maxim's sweating. Yeah, we'll see. But should we get walking? Because it's almost 2 o'clock and I've got 2 others to see. Yeah. We can talk on route anyway, but no one get run over. Make sure you're paying attention on the roads. Yes, this is Kilworth. This is the one we completed on about 2 minutes ago. No, this morning. We've got plans drawn up which are blue text in the lounge on the wall. There's 2 different plans there. So basically, there's a set of plans that will allow us to go from C3 to C4, which is a 6-bed HMO. And we've done something quirky in the lounge, like put like a games room, gym, cinema sort of thing. We've also done the other 4 plans of like utilising that space to make it like a 9-bed HMO, 7 ensuite, 9 off-suite. Because this house is like 2,500 square foot, and it's got the basement. That's without going in the loft as well, which the loft is massive.
Massively, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, we have not cleared it or done anything. We've literally got the keys about 2 hours ago, so it was pretty tight. But yeah, have a look around. I mean, the garden's a bit overgrown, isn't it? So we'll maybe just come back out.
Not where the drawings are, John.
Yeah, so take a look around. The drawings are in the lounge. There is a toilet at the back if anyone needs it, but that's where I'm going. So. We'll do 6 beds, but we'll show that we're doing something with the basement. And you can see on the plans there that the toilet ensuite in the basement. The idea for that is that we can then put a 7th bedroom into the dining area, which you'll see there. The idea is to almost like get to that point. You'll probably get with planning, you'll allow you to go from 6 to 7. To go from 6 to 9 is probably a big jump. Right. So we go from 6 to 7. Leave the basement as it goes through that, and then in 6 months, a year, go actually, can we turn those to bedrooms? Can we go now 7 to 9? So it's a bit of a process. But you've got to have that in mind as you kind of go through the process. Yeah, so you do variations on your plans to sort of.
Did you have a room storage on the last one?
Storage.
Yeah, you've got that storage here.
Yeah, you'll see that in the basement. That's the head height is low on that. In Old Southend Road, we've got a basement. On Hago, we didn't have any storage.
No, they don't need it then.
They don't need storage, no. Sorry? Oh, you've got to have a bike store. That's obviously bike store in the garden. It's like a shed in the garden. Yeah, so that's all you need. Obviously, bin store, a couple of bikes. Yeah. The movement, just done. Pay one price. Yeah. Oh, no, that's.
Yeah, so these are all roughly about similar sort of size to your ones, to be fair. The kitchen's a bit bigger, but they've got dining as well. But that's why I've done your room bigger. With ensuite, so some have got this in it as well. How many rooms?
Yeah, with the rooms.
They've got all of that as well. They'll probably get rid of all that.
I'm with that, but I'm still the one short. That's always worth it based on the usage. It's like, I've got to run a bit of analysis on that. But, I mean, the rents are so strong. You know, our room starts 700. You know, this front bedroom, which will be a bedroom, this will be like 850. You know, so a house like this will be rents for, well, if it's a 9-bed, it'll be over 6 grand. Yeah, 6.
You've got experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, obviously you manage it in the best way possible. So all of the communal lighting runs off PIRs.
Yes.
So as you go in, they come on. There's no switches. Yeah, you just try and maintain it as best as possible.
With the washing, do you put like a washing machine and a dry?
Yeah. The units we always put, so they're always washing dryers.
Okay.
Press a button, washes it, dries it. You can put a line out again, which would, but then, people's, it's just something like that. But yeah.
So that's you behind you.
Yes, yeah. Obviously, you'll see all of that on the next one, which is all finished. So.
And I didn't get the thing about the TV, so they're all furnished as well?
Yeah, so I've dressed one room over there to show what a room would look like.
Yeah.
And we will do it to that standard, all the other rooms, but we won't do bedding. So when someone moves in, they'll have a mattress and a mattress protector.
Yeah.
So when someone moves in, it's up to them to go buy duvet cover, sheet and pillow, which you can get from like the range for like about 30 quid.
That's up to them.
But that's up to them, yeah.
How much do you get this one for?
375.
2,500 square foot.
So they value this as a 9-bed at 850.
Yeah.
If you can get it.
So the commercial guys, they're waiting for you to complete and finish before they refinance, or will they then up to a level prior to that, given the fact that you've got the drawings?
Yeah, so when you're going into it, like the bridging or development company will only lend based on what it is now.
Right.
So when they come out to the survey, they'll do a valuation based on be a development 6-bed HMO, which I think gets a value of about 550. They said, well, if you get to a 7, it goes to like 650. If you go to their 8, it goes up. If you achieve a 9, it's going to be 850, and they break down all the values.
Yeah, sure.
But also on your refinance, yeah, you need it done, probably rented, various T's in place.
Yeah.
They can then value it up and.
Yeah, sure. Are you bridging on this at the moment then, or are you
We're
got
bridging on
private
this,
finance? Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not in development on this. We're just doing the bridge. We can just fund the works ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Is that through angel finance, or is that your own? So you haven't got any lending costs?
We've got commercial acceptances on this again. Yeah.
Yeah, except for bridging finance. Obviously.
Yeah, bridging. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Do you consult sort of neighbours before you put these planning applications in, or how do you manage that? Because I know like some people get a bit scared of HMOs popping up next to them.
Obviously it's that preconception of a HMO, isn't it? Which we try to change with sort of spaces, but again, you can go to a 6-bed HMO under permitted development anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously through the construction, we also do party wall agreements if it's adjoining. But yeah, you don't consult, but
So the brand will help, because once people start to see that brand popping up, they'll know that's going to be a well managed.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. I mean, obviously, we want to get to 100 rooms locally, so hopefully everyone's aware. Also, the planners in the council, they know what we're about. And hopefully, we'll push them through.
Neighbours get notified anyway, didn't they?
Yeah. The planning, we can go see C4. They'll be notified anyway. Yeah.
And do you always do it stages where you put you do the basic PD first, and then you try and...
Yeah, always, because if you go from C3 to like a HMO, they could argue that it's loss of the family house.
Okay.
Whereas if it's C4, it's already a HMO. They can't say it's loss of the family house because it's already a HMO.
Yeah.
Then you would just then scale up your rooms.
Okay.
So you only buy C4?
No, by C3, but as soon as you complete, go straight into your obviously certificate of lawful development.
Yeah.
Straight into go from C3 C4, sit at C4, and then you go C4 full plan into.
Okay, so that C3 to C4 isn't an issue really.
No, it's just it's PD, so you can just.
You ever did freehold? So you wouldn't do like 2 leases, combine the lease, do a new lease on the whole property, that kind of thing?
Probably not. No, just freehold. Yeah. What are you doing? Anything leaseholds?
We're doing section 40 from a sourcing side of things. We're doing section 42s, and my sister and her husband, they're doing section 42s as part of their portfolio locally, and then we're looking at sourcing HMOs, but they're doing HMOs locally as well. Yeah. So yeah, there's opportunity there.
Because I always thought like if you're surrendering the lease and combine the lease together, you technically lost the lease like that.
But you own them anyway, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it's different. It's a bit different if you own them anyway. It's sort of up to you, isn't it? Yeah. If it's a split release or something, then it's a bit trickier.
Yeah.
I'm going to say to you, when you're transitioning, like to go from like you're going to go 6 and then you go up and up, how long does that process usually take you?
Well, C3 to C4 is obviously you going with that, we'll be going with that straight away.
Yeah.
And then generally you want to leave it a few months before you then go
again.
Yeah, C4 to full planning. So our sort of process on this will be C3, C4, 6-bed.
Yeah.
7th bedroom in the sort of dining area to make 7 on the existing. We'll do something cool with the basement, like the games room, cinema sort of thing. But then we'll refinance at 7 with a cool basement, get our money out, go again. But the long-term view that maybe 12 months down the line we'll go, actually, can they be bedrooms? Scale it up from there, because obviously going from a 6 to a 9 is a big ask. Yeah. Going from a 7 to a 9 over time.
It's
you have to factor in that communal space, like the additional communal space for 7 against 9. Well, they look at that. Like if you've already sort of chopped up what space you're going to use for like kitchen, communal sort of area, do you leave that a little bit heavy? So you've got that option for those until they're not looking at that.
Yeah, we will always allow enough. So I think even with the 9, all of the rooms are really big. I think these are like 11s. There's quite a lot. I think the kitchen dining area will be like 24 square metres, which is pretty much the same size as Haygate. So yeah, that would be the sort of minimum space requirements.
How long have you found the planning process take? So when you're going to the extra rooms, just out of interest?
Well, on Haygate, going from C4 to full plan, it was literally, within the time scale, I think it was like 7 or 8 weeks.
Well, that's when you got signed off?
Yeah, the full planning, yeah. They come out to see it. There's a few emails that went back and forward. A few emails that went back and forward on that side window. And when we agreed that we would do an obscure window, like glass up to that height, they were like, cool, they're just going to come straight through. So on Old Southend Road, which we're going to next, which is the one done, it's currently C4, so I can rent out 6 of the rooms, but obviously we will make the application tomorrow to go from 6 to 8.
Do you get tenants in there while you develop the next 2 rooms, or do you calm them all out?
Always. Oh no, they're already done. Yeah, so we already do them.
So you keep them in there while you develop. If you apply for an extra room.
Oh no, when we do the house, we would do it as 8, but we just rent 6 of the rooms, and then we get full planning and then put them in. So.
Is that what you done for the London Road development? You know, you had a penthouse on top, did you?
Yeah, that was different. We were selling off the units below that while we were building the penthouse, but yeah, we wouldn't move anyone in while we were like building the penthouse. We've done like rooftop development before, and if people living below, it's a fucking headache. Yeah.
So on the planning, those extra rooms you've got there are just considered extra communal space until you put the new application through for the 8.
Yeah, so the plans that would have gone in for C4 would show those 2 rooms of storage.
But...
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully it won't be a problem, but we always like to get to that stage because even if they knock back the application, you know, we've still got 6 rooms rented out, so we're still offsetting the interest on the bridge.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to go to appeal to get that.
Yeah, no, they don't do floating now. Yeah. I've got
Are you still using Essex timber for yours? Are you using?
Yeah.
You do, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, with the metal frame, because we've got a lot of squinty stuff, so where it's squinting, where it comes off, you've got double board in there. I mean, the metal's good if you just do the flank, like, it's quick. But I can actually probably do a wall quicker than you can.
Yeah. I always think, like I said, if you're spending that little bit more on timber, it's just lasts so much longer. It's like,
what, with the metal?
Yeah, I don't know, I just think
You're not finding the wood.
having timber
It's got movement.
on the metal.
Yeah, the wood. So eventually you get cracked.
I think you'll move with the building. I mean, I like wood. I mean, I'm a carpenter joiner by trade, so I like wood. I can use it quickly. I mean, I just got a laser measurer. I go pop, mark the hole, cut, and then
That goes to the front. So with no steps in, you have to put them in. It's the 1-2 doors along. That's their entrance to the
Yeah, I mean, I make love it.
Yeah.
Interesting to see. I'm saying from Mitch's point, it'd be interesting to see what the numbers work out, like whether you've done work in 2 rooms or self-contained flats.
Yeah.
It might be better to just maybe not put it all into HMO. Do you know what I mean? To have a self-contained
We call worst case in that is we can do everything upstairs, back downstairs, block that off. We've got our site.
Seal it off.
Yeah, we come back later on. We have to put it through plan. Come back and do it if it comes to it.
The thing is as well, what you've got to look at is the turnover of tenants. So if you have one bed, they're likely to be here on the exact.
Yeah.
So if you've got one that's steady.
Yeah.